Welcome to Daggers and Shadow Daddies.
We're your hosts, Ryan and Adriana.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Warning, this podcast contains explicit content.
Don't drop the soap, it's gonna get dirty.
It's all vibes and no facts.
Which one's the Shadow Daddy? The sexy one?
Earlier this week, we watched Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, even.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not the video game, the actual movie that came out.
Yeah, we could have watched both because we have that sort of freedom.
Oh, yeah.
We're granted that sort of latitude in our lives.
I don't think the game would have been really fitting for where I want to take it. I love that we watched this and wish that we watched it before we read Throne of Glass because the assassin woman in there, incredible. And that is who I now want to imagine as Selena.
I wish I could imagine Selena that cool.
She was
Selena's
awesome.
cool in her own way. I think Selena's great. I don't think you could have convinced me that book one Selena was that lady. But I like Selena as a parallel figure.
I think it really kind of just got me in the mindset of what an assassin is doing. Because I think I accidentally always related to being a spy or a hitman. Oh, not maybe hitman. That's probably actually accurate. But I thought it was such a good fit. She looked awesome. She was badass. You'll see when you should probably stop watching because she doesn't carry on through the rest of the movie. You could just be like, all right, we're done. She lives.
Oh, I see what you mean. In order to present the sanctity of this character.
But I think that really would have helped with Throne of Glass is imagining a character like that. And imagining a character like that getting pulled into a castle, into all of this and this. Yeah, I think it would have been a much better fit.
You know what? I can appreciate that. I watched that movie and did not see anything that I thought of as parallel, other than how cool the wrist things with knives that come out would be.
All of it was cool. It's not that good of a movie.
No, I was kind of shocked. It kind of sucked. For a Michael Fassbender movie, I was like, well, they relied so heavily on CG in certain areas.
Yeah, but I thought the little flashbacks with the woman, it was mostly about a dude. I wish it was all about her. She looked really cool. And that was just because we're currently reading this book.
Well, yeah, but you did have a moment that you really appreciated that it was mostly about the dude. And the woman was involved in that situation.
Okay, yeah.
Horned up.
There's a scene that's obviously, it's kinky. It's not written kinky, but it is with the camera angles.
What? What did you see in that scene? I didn't.
What do you
think
mean?
I understood that you saw it as there was sexual tension, is what I saw.
No.
I saw it as sexual tension where he's like, are you afraid of me? He grabs her by the throat.
So.
And you were like.
Let's paint a scene.
Okay.
Let's paint a scene.
Yeah, paint me a picture.
You have, what's his name?
Michael Fassbender.
And an attractive woman, and they're like.
You didn't even bother to know her name?
I haven't seen her in other things.
Yeah, I absolutely have no idea who she is.
And they're kind of battling back together, and she's like pushing him a little bit, and then he grabs her by the throat, right?
Yeah, as, most sexually charged circumstances go.
Well, it's sexually charged because the scene went on for so long, and he's obviously not gripping hard, and his arm goes down her chest, and then they have the side profile angle, and it's just like, it was very artistic. I'm like, this is a kinky scene. This is, and it goes on.
Yeah, we got very different things.
It's a long dialogue. It's not like a fast movement where he does this and then he puts his arm down. That was much longer than a sentence or two. It was dialogue.
It's probably 3 whole sentences.
No, it was dialogue between the two of them, back and forth.
Man, I don't remember it lasting now. Maybe it did. Maybe I blacked out because of all the sexual energy.
Yeah, there was tension, not tension, but it was a very long, kinky scene. And I looked at you, I'm like, whoa. And you're like, what?
Yeah, I didn't get that from it at all. I was like, I think he's going to hurt this woman. He should be nicer to her. And also, why? The idea of him, while he has his hand on her throat, placing his forearm down her clavicle and to her navel. That is not a power position for somebody to even have their wrist bent at a 90-degree angle while holding on to somebody. That's crazy.
Well, clearly it wasn't that kinky of a scene. Can't even Google it.
Yeah, nobody else gave
Not
a
shit. Single Reddit post about this?
Just you.
Just me. Goodness. All right.
Yeah. But I would say that I'm glad that we watched that movie. It was not a good movie, but it was there the whole time.
It's a great primer for the series.
Okay. All right.
That's what
I can
I was
see that.
thinking. It's just like gets you in the mood
It
for
sure did for
assassins.
you. Yeah, it got you in a mood. You're like, hell yeah. Somebody's going to get choked out. Well, in other news, what we have going on today, our daughter's going to have her first date.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to mention or not. I
Cut it.
thought people might need a little heads up that you might be off today. Your headspace is somewhere else. How you holding up?
I'm doing great.
Oh, I guess this is a safe place. It's so funny. So our daughter can handle scary movies. I can't do it. You can, she can. I love that for you guys. I just can't be a part of that family time watching scary movies.
It's not family time. I don't get to watch scary movies. This is what it boils down.
Well, she'll watch scary movies with her friends. I'm like, are you sure you can handle that?
Her friends and watch scary movies.
I was clarifying like when she's seen these scary movies.
Oh, okay.
And she loves it. She comes back. She's telling us about it. She does fine. And I'm just shocked. And I'm really impressed. I could never. And this boy wants to go to the movies. And the only movie options is like this cartoon style kids one. Or the adult themed Scream 7 scary. And I guess he asked about, do you want to go to the first one, the cartoon one? What is that one? It was like Goat.
Goat.
Yeah. But he was like, whatever you want. Whatever you want. She's like, oh, okay, let's look. And she's like, oh, Scream 7. And then later his mom messages us because they're still young. And she's like, I just want to touch base because she would be their ride. And she's like, it sounds like they're wanting to go to Scream 7. I'm like, yep, that's what it sounds like. She's seen plenty of scary movies. She can handle it. And she laughed because her son cannot handle scary movies. So he's just doing it because our daughter wants to go to this, which is great. Ryan's having a meltdown over there, so I'm just rambling.
No, I'm not having a meltdown. It's good. Good for him. Everybody's good. We're all very happy.
Yeah, she said that he gets scared. But I didn't tell our daughter that. So
In no way she's hearing you currently.
No, she doesn't. She's downstairs getting ready for her date. I'll change the topic for you.
Okay. All right. No, I want to point out that I'm not upset. I think it's good. It's healthy that they're going to have these experiences. It's good.
Yeah, good stuff, huh?
Yep. It's good stuff.
We had a YouTube listener, leave a wonderful comment for us. And I wanted to read it on here to you and kind of talk about some of the things that she mentioned. And it was so lovely. She wrote it out. She seems very similar to me. She has little bullet points, topic, and in order, and referencing everything as she's been going through our episodes and things that we have not been understanding because we can't Google, and also spoiler free. Okay. She says, hey, both. I've been binge watching all your episodes on the books I've read this week, and I absolutely love your content. Just so sweet. Thank you so much. As I adore the books of Sarah J. Maas so much, I have some hopefully helpful info and opinions to share with you to help you with the journey you're embarking on. Absolutely spoiler free, of course. Thank you. 1. On the reading order, you absolutely need to finish the Akatar series before going into Crescent City, so please read Silver Flames before you start Crescent City. I really appreciate this because I did not know. Like, I kind of was looking at like it's their own little series, and because Akatar is unfinished, that it would be better to read Silver Flames before the last book comes out, not realizing that Crescent City has some stuff that it would be more enjoyable having read all of those books first.
Do they all exist in the same world?
I think so. And I think she may actually address this later.
Excellent.
And because I'm sure we've repeated that question many times. 2, I was surprised you didn't read Silver Flames before, as I assume that will be your favorite in that series. I look forward to your thoughts on that book. Yeah, I think it will be. Ryan loves Nesta.
And Cassie.
Yeah, as far as we got to. I don't know if after we get through that book, but I know that he loves Nesta and her bitchy attitude.
You do.
3. In my opinion, Akatar is a romance series set in a fantasy setting. Throne of Glass is a fantasy series with a little romance on the side.
I can appreciate that.
And I think that's why you're really liking this series a lot more. Crescent City is basically a murder mystery with romance on the side. I have never heard of this. Not many people discuss Crescent City. I think they're really long.
Everybody likes it.
Yeah, everyone who does go through it, they love it.
Yeah.
But I don't really hear things. I've never once heard murder mystery, and I love, 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 love that idea.
It makes me think that maybe it's like a noir.
Oh, I don't know what that reference is. I just think of Spider-Man noir.
Close enough. You'll get the point of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
4 on Throne of Glass. Firstly, the map here is very helpful, so I'll explain a bit on the locations. Our story is set on the continent of Aurelia. That we hear often. I think I kept thinking that was a city.
Aurelia.
Oh my God, no.
No, I'm just saying. Think about it. I will. Oh, hold on, guys.
He's having a hard time.
Give me just 1 minute. I'm getting there. I'm not upset. I'm not
know.
mad.
I know.
I just can't get my head right.
Especially as we talk about romance books.
No, I don't give a fuck about this.
Oh.
I'm so mad. Maybe I am mad.
Why are you mad at him?
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at anybody. I am internally adjusting. It's a small movement.
It's hard.
Yeah, you guys made me let him buy your movie tickets. Horseshit.
That is so logical. Guys, I really hope that many of you back me up.
Don't.
I really hope so.
You're not required.
I was totally fine with this boy buying the movie tickets. Ryan immediately in this group chat with the mom was like, hey, I'll also grab the movie tickets. And I was like, no, you need to back off. And she did reply really well. She was just like, oh, I don't think he could let that happen. No. There's so many things. She doesn't owe him anything. She doesn't. I am so excited for her.
I will drive them places.
Our relationship with her is so amazing that she loves coming and talking to us about her crush on boys, and especially this one more recently. And I think that's so incredible that you have that relationship with her, that she's just like, Dad, hear about my crush. And you're her go-to person that she wants to talk to about this.
I'm her go-to person.
Yeah, because you getting all riled up cracks her up.
I'm not riled up. I'm not mad at anybody. Like, it's totally fine. I just don't like the idea that he's
exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna meet him today, a couple hours.
Yeah, he's been very scared. I think he's brought it up.
I'm trying to be friendly. I'm wearing a Tommy Bahama shirt or something.
Yeah,
like be a friendly guy. Ooh, look, just regular Star Wars. Ooh, nice guy. I'm a friendly fellow. I'm a jovial individual.
Until you're in dad mode.
No, I'm gonna be nice to him unless he's mean.
He's not going to be mean. He's terrified. He's literally terrified. He still technically hasn't even asked her out.
I know.
They're going to a movie. He is scared of you. He's brought you up 5 times.
I'm not. He doesn't need to be afraid of me if he's willing to behave appropriately. I think it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. But I'm not falling for any of his nonsense either.
There's no nonsense to be had. They're going to go sit in a movie theater.
Oh, really?
And then walk out and get in your car.
No, I'm going to be real open about this. I just poured coffee all over everything. That's why the cut got weird. I don't know what happened.
Don't have a clue.
I'm sure the kid's fine, but I'm not falling for his nonsense.
Anytime that they're even in the photos that we see where she's like, yeah, I went and sat next to him. They're like, he's like 5 feet away from her.
Could have been 6.
Could have been. He is very scared.
No, I don't think he is. I think he thinks that he's scared. I don't think he knows yet.
He doesn't know what scared is. Number 4, on Throne of Glass. Firstly, the map here is very helpful, so I'll explain a little bit on the locations. Our story is set on the continent of Aurelia.
Aurelia?
Yeah, of course you would. Its main regions are Otterland. East capital city is Rifthold. You are here now. Oh, so we have regions. The continent, Aurelia, because we hear about continents. We have sections, Otterland.
Countries. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially countries, which has the East capital city, Rifthold. You're here now. Ah, okay.
Rifthold is the Paris of Ardland.
Terracin. Northeast, Selena and Knox are from here.
Who's Knox?
That one guy. Oh, she was, yep. Maybe?
No. Was he a guy that they were fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They became friends. Yeah, and then he left.
Good choice.
That's what they bonded over upon meeting. Fenharrow, southeast, nothing yet to mention here. Melisande, southwest next to Fenharrow. Eelway, below Fenharrow, and Melisande. This is where Nehemia is from. Okay. And that's also where the prison of hers place is at.
I like the way they were kind of named after aquatic creatures.
What do you mean?
Otter, land, eel, way. Get out of here.
I didn't even pick that up.
It's definitely themed. Somebody else say one of the other ones. Fenharrow. That's just what do you call it? A jumble of the word sparrow.
Oh, wow. Good catch. All right. And
that's not accurate, Adri. It's F-E-N, right? F-E-I-N?
F-E-N, harrow.
Yeah, it doesn't spell sparrow. There's no S.
The Western Wastes. Most of the western part of this continent. The deserted land, westernmost part of the continent. The Red Desert is mentioned to be there. Will be important for the Assassin's Blade book. Aurelia is a continent without magic and is entirely ruled by the King of Otterland. A huge forest and mountains basically split the continent from the north to the south, separating the eastern regions from the western regions. This entire continent has been conquered by the King of Otterland for over the past 10 years. Then there is a second continent to the south. Antica, southern continent, will be important later, and a third continent to the east, Wendlin and Doranel, are here, will also be important later. And I think we're aware of somebody, the king sent ships probably to one of these continents. I know that there were people sent to a continent, and it's just unknown what's going on with those. 5. Throne of Glass. At this time, barely anyone knows Celaena's true identity. It's only the king. Okay, so this is back in episode 106. Barely anyone knows Celaena's true identity. It's only the king, Dorian, Chaol, Duke Parrington, because he was with Dorian, and Chaol when they picked her up from Endovier. The guards involved in picking her up and the guards assigned to her now. Oh, that's interesting. Those are the same guards that she's been hanging out with this whole time since Endovier.
You know what? That makes sense. News would travel too fast if you were switching them out. They don't get days off, indentured servitude.
They're also Chaol's guard. Like, they work for Chaol. It would make sense that they would go there with him and watch her.
He's like the most important guard.
He is.
Don't all the guards kind of work for Chaol?
Yes. He's literally the top guard. Captain
really
of the
fucking
guard.
spices up where we end this whole thing at.
What do you mean?
Chapter 29.
I know.
Whose guards were those?
No, those are Nehemia's guards. Those weren't Chaol's. It says that. And I will prove that to you, because I remember that stood out to me as odd that Nehemia had her own guards. Wait.
I'm talking about the ones that executed her. We're going to talk about that.
Did they? You think that's who did it?
Wait, who do you think that I'm saying? What are you hearing me say?
Who do you think killed?
The king's guard executed Nehemia.
Really? You thought, oh, I am dumb. I didn't.
What do you think did it?
I just thought that it was the king hired somebody else. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think that.
Besides his assassin and the guards that he already employs? You think he has a third force?
Yeah, I think I just assumed that. I was like, why would I would assume that Chaol would know of the command given to them.
I don't think necessarily Chaol was aware of that, but I don't think he was unaware of it. I think we're going to learn that Chaol's full of shit.
Or the king is aware, don't tell him secrets. Huh. The competitors think she's a noble lady turned jewel thief, and the courtiers think she's a noble lady from a different region vying for Dorian's hand in marriage, like Kaltain. Okay, so that is true. I kept trying to figure that out. Like, how is she doing this double life? But she also has, like, her own life. There was, like, 3 layers to this.
Who will Selena be tonight? That is the question.
To my knowledge, outside of the competitors and their sponsors, almost nobody knows about the competition. Oh, okay. So that is not a well-known event. So Nehemia and Kaltain wouldn't know to suspect Selena of anything nefarious.
This does really clear things up.
That clears up so much. 6. There are lots of guards on Selena outside her door, all the windows in the grounds. This is why Chaol is all bent out of shape when he can't find her. Oh, because there's guards everywhere and they're failing. I think at one point you just thought that she was not being watched ever.
I simply don't think she's being watched that clearly.
Well, it sounds...
She roams about the castle.
I think that because they're always there, they just don't need to be mentioned all the time.
Fair enough, but she's doing a lot of lurking about. People aren't asking questions.
7, we learn more about Celaena's arrogance and confidence regarding her title as Otterland's greatest assassin in The Assassin's Blade. As you've already learned, she was groomed from a young age, and in Chapter 1 of Throne of Glass, they say how surprised they are that the title Greatest Assassin was given to this young of a girl. The general population knows her title, but not who is behind it.
Oh, this person's going to be so annoyed as they listen to the rest of our critiques on this book.
I think that it makes sense. I wish that we read Assassin's Blade for it. There's different places to place it. I still don't know where. I kind of want the romantic version, and I think that's placing it number 4, not number 3. I'd have to look it up. Either way. I also now imagine the Assassin's Creed lady as Celaena.
She wasn't in that movie enough for me to remember what the hell she looked like. And she was wearing a hood the whole time.
And her comment ends with...
You're just imagining eyeballs in a dark cloak as Celaena.
Yeah, that's really fitting.
That's it.
That's even, I think, what the cover of Throne of Glass is.
I don't know. I've never seen it. No, the cover of Throne of Glass
the old cover.
I was just going to say, it's blue and brown and yellow.
When you're colorblind, yep, that makes sense.
What color is it for you? Is it blue and green?
Okay, yeah. Okay, Assassin's Blade. She looks just like that.
Assassin's Blade is not a... Yeah, these aren't the real covers.
Those are the originals.
These are the original covers, and they went to what this shit looks like now?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The current covers
so
suck.
Cool in these.
Yeah, I would not have guessed. She's not described that way.
You're such a butthole. But
it's a joke. I love Celaena. But I also like Dorian, and I want to... Now, is the dog on any of those books? The cover?
No.
What?
No. It's not a magical dog.
What do you mean? It's not a magic dog.
What's the dog's name again?
Tough Truffle. Run fast. Fleetfoot. There we go. I got there.
One of the questions that I wanted to ask, did Celaena ever tell Chaol that it was Cain who was doing all the murdering, or did he just give up on solving the murders?
I think maybe he just gave up. To be fair, he's captain of the guard, not the world's greatest detective. Like, he's just kind of meh.
Because I was thinking about how I don't think Chaol at the end of Throne of Glass knew that that Cain was not calling those beasts. I don't think he ended up being told any.
You think Cain was the one calling the beasts still?
He was to some degree.
Well, he was benefiting from the beasts, but I think that Parrington was the one in charge of the beasts.
We literally saw, well, not literally saw.
We figuratively saw.
We figuratively were told Cain had a beast.
I literally saw. That's not fucking funny. A statement that is about an audiobook.
Yeah.
We literally saw. As the blind woman sees, we saw.
He had a beast with him and, like, called it onto Celaena, like, get her.
First of all, called it on Celaena is crazy.
I don't know how to use my words.
All right, so he may have been in control of that beast, but I don't think Cain was the man.
But did Chaol know any of that? Because from
Chaol knows nothing ever about anything.
So why
Chaol's a dummy, and I don't like Chaol.
Yes, I know you don't. And I've seen some signs. I'm not too pleased with him. He the big one being telling her she can't wear that, and then I think there was another ick in this set of chapters, and I'm like, dude, stop.
Oh, dude, he's got so many.
They're adding up.
Him not bringing up to Celaena that they were going to get Nehemia.
I
the
know.
Fuck, man. He knew it the whole time. He could have prevented her death. Now, you know who we know is going to be pissed? We know one person definitively.
Celaena.
Who the fuck do you think is going to be second most pissed about this?
Dorian.
Yes. My boy's going to come in here, magic ablaze, because now he's doing crazy shit with magic. He's going to bust that place up. And that's what needs to happen. And then Chaol's going to be like, guys. It's just a girl. Don't worry about it. You'll make more friends, Celaena. You'll make more friends. This is for the best. I know it sucks, but we'll escape together later. While he's just slobbing on
over the fear of
he's
her.
A piece of shit.
He wants to marry her because he has a fear that if she runs away, that someone else is going to marry her.
I don't even hate that. I don't even hate that. I get it. Like, I married you so you wouldn't replace me eventually. I was like, oh, no. Like, if I don't, like Beyonce said, if you like it, put a ring on. That's what she says. So the fact that K-Hole is paying attention to the Queen Bee, I get it. I'm on board. But he's just such a piece of shit outside of that. I just hate him so much. And the fact that Nehemia died, I will not forgive him. I am so mad. Nehemia is going to have to come back to life.
I don't. Oh yeah, she maybe she can, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. There better be some resurrection magic going on. Maybe they find old Baba Yellowlegs and fucking get her up in here. She can strut her little yellow ass straight up there and sew on Nehemiah's head, fix her, and then, I don't know, they can shove the sword betwixt the asses of the king and K-hole, make themselves an asshole kebab.
Kale.
God, I hate those guys.
I'm
extra aggressive today. I'm so sorry. I can feel it. I do. I feel it in my bones. I'm so mad. Wow, I'm sweating. Most I'm just enraged. This is so weird. What a bummer. I don't like this. I feel mad.
Is
no.
Kale now our outlet for...
No, Kale is a piece of shit, but it's not helping. Butt plug, there's more. I mean, wait. There's a plug. Hey, while we got you, join our Patreon for early access to episodes and Patreon exclusive content like full nude videos.
No, definitely not full nude. No.
Oh, sorry, I misread that. Full videos. My bad.
We'd love to see you there, as your support will help us continue this podcast and creating content.
Butt plug out.
We had to take a 4-hour break right there. Timing wise, we realized we should probably schedule this after our daughter's first date.
Yeah, it went well.
It went well. It was really good.
Everything's good. The kids were well behaved.
She wasn't scared at all. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
So jealous. I was never like that. I was petrified.
The boy was scared.
Yeah,
But he seemed like a nice boy.
he was. I knew he was terrified too. It was really funny. But she's happy. She's calling everyone, telling them all about it. She's like, who do I call first? I'm like, well, I would start with your grandma. She was making fun of your dad. And she's like, perfect. And she didn't answer, but she's now calling the next person. Then your sister, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. No, there's quite a list.
I'm going to start us off with chapter 14.
Wait, did we end in chapter 13?
Yeah, that's how long ago this was. I know.
Wow.
And then you read another book. I think I just want to finish this book this next week.
That would be so good for me.
We'll just
Because
do
right now
3
I'm
parts.
so fucking angry at this book.
Yeah, it was too intense.
We
ended
a bad
on.
spot.
We ended with
Nehemiah
Nehemiah.
dead.
Yeah.
Guys, Nehemiah's dead.
And I don't know where I'm cutting this in because we had to walk away for a little bit there. But I didn't
Ryan's
consider...
attitude was less than ideal.
It wasn't... You didn't have a bad attitude.
No,
but
but it was less than engaged.
were not
I was
present.
distracted.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never thought about it being Kale's guards that did that to her.
Yeah.
For some reason, I just thought that it was, I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't be them. It makes sense. And since we've been gone, I've just been thinking about it but why wouldn't Kale know? Why wouldn't they tell him?
The only reason I say this is K-hole is asking the king, when the king first brings it up, if he needs to prepare his men for any sort of a specific outcome. The king's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll handle it.
You think the king would give orders to his men without telling Kale?
Yeah, of course. He doesn't trust K-hole.
That's a huge
After
problem.
K-hole killed what's-his-face, the other guy, the king has not trusted him since. Now, K-hole's going to have to earn the king's trust. I don't know. I don't fucking trust K-hole either.
Because I thought
He's booty blind right now.
the guards that were with her, were those Kale's guards that were killed? Or were they her guards from Eelway?
No, those were her guards. She was there as an emissary, I believe.
So then she probably brought those guards up, that they were hers, those weren't Kale's. This goes back to chapter 14. Selena was in the library. She's walking around trying to find information with Davis's book that she found. It was like the eye thing.
The Vagimoto.
No. I do have a trivia question about that. Let me go find it. What is the riddle in the book found in Davis's office? Do you remember just off the top of your head?
What's long and strong and about to get his freak shit on?
No, but that is hilarious. It is only with the eye that the truth reveals itself. One is visible to hold. One can see rightly.
One can see rightly.
One soul can see. She's back in the library, and while she was searching, it cuts to Dorian, and he's walking out of a room after having a nightmare, and he woke up to a ring of frost around where he was sleeping.
Yeah.
So I don't understand his power or frost involved with it. But this was just the small introduction to this. Then it cuts back to Selena, and she found a small secret door in the castle with records, and there was an image of Fae in a forest. She doesn't think that any of this, like the king even knows about this place. She found a locked door made of solid iron, and she saw 2 eyes, green eyes.
And what is the Fae's weakness in the other stories?
I don't know, but I think it's iron. Even in this story, it was said. And that was part of, I believe, the witch, her teeth.
Yeah,
Iron.
yeah, she had iron teeth. She was out here George Washingtoning herself. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. You're so beautiful.
Do you know what was mentioned? There is how do I want to word this question? Do you know what was mentioned in part of the motivation to expand Calicula, or however you pronounce it, prison?
No, I don't remember, but I know that I also don't trust the cousin.
There is a mining there's iron nearby.
Ooh, and if you read Mistborn, you would understand where they also have an internment camp that's for mining.
That's kind of why they were, I think, pushing to expand that prison camp, was because there is a iron source deposit, and if they get more people, they can mine it faster.
Can you imagine, like, it's this huge thing of iron? The best way to find it, they're just out of there rolling around with compasses.
Yeah, I don't understand anything about iron.
So I also have a very rudimentary idea of iron. Iron is plentiful, though. It's fucking everywhere. It's a super common element. It's where you'll find rust in rocks and in ground. You can tell that there's higher iron concentrations. In water, there's generally a pretty decent amount of iron in a lot of locations.
That's why I think that they're trying to make up reasons to capture more people to be able to mine that area, because they want a lot of iron quickly and fast for whatever reason. We just don't know why yet.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with this, but I'm afraid the whole idea that iron is a weakness of the Fae is going to come in, and then I'm going to have to get all pedantic about how that doesn't work.
Chapter 15. It goes to the performer for the royals. Do you remember her name?
No, but I want to say it's Enya.
Enya. Oh, no.
Something like that. She had a beautiful Enya-esque voice.
I'm going to give you some options.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. You know what I'm talking about?
It makes you cry, shed a tear.
Dude, but that was the way it was portrayed, remember? Selena was like, oh my God, it's fucking beautiful.
It was one of her and Kael's big moments in connecting.
Mm-hmm.
His woman's name, Lena Silverman, Mira Sterling,
Alanis Morissette,
Elizabeth Hartwell, Raina Goldsmith.
Raina Goldsmith.
There you go.
Yeah. And I like that name a lot.
It flows really nice.
It does.
And I was shocked. You have this beautiful moment and she's singing, even just singing about magic and about Fae and about that previous world. That was only 10 years ago, singing about that.
Yeah, it wasn't
got her killed.
A previous world. So when people talk about Obama now. You can't bring up Obama.
But it's only been 10 years.
Yeah. Lots of things change in 10 years when you remove magic.
But later, with Kael, him acting like the king is not going to kill Nehemia after questioning her or with questioning her irritates me. He's like, well, he wouldn't do that. I was like, well, yes, he would.
Yeah.
He's slaughtered millions and well, I don't know about billions.
He's slaughtered millions.
He's
yeah.
killed many, many, many people to take over the land.
Many men?
Many men.
Wish death upon him?
Exactly.
You're right. He's killed millions. He is the Hitler Stalin of this universe.
Yeah.
So she's singing this beautiful song condemning him in his actions for getting rid of magic.
Singing about a Fae woman. Kael held her hand while they listened under the table.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Because he's a coward.
Dorian watched them stare at each other, and he decided he will just move on because he deserves someone to look at him the same.
Yeah, Dorian's he's a good dude.
I regret everything that I've ever said about him.
Good.
All of it.
That's what you're supposed to feel right now.
He stepped up in so many ways, and he does deserve this.
Yeah, he's a door bear. He's incredible.
And then they killed Raina. we are introduced to her, and then she's just gone.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. When they go to kill her, though, first they kill her bandmates in front of her.
Yes.
She's stoic.
She doesn't even care.
And then
she's just like,
any last words, and she right then starts giving him all the names of everybody who she's ever loved that he fucked up. She's like, I made sure that I could become famous enough to be invited here just so I could sing that shit to you. And he's like, all right, fair game. Boop. Gets rid of her head. It was a sad moment, but lots of powerful women in this story. So far, all the people who I like are women.
Yes.
And Dorian.
Yeah, and Dorian.
Maybe Dorian also. He could be a lady. We don't know. That could be his secret. Magic.
Now I feel so guilty. Overly. He wanted love, and then he just looks at them. He's like, I deserve better.
Yeah.
I deserve that. I'm done feeling my feelings.
Yeah. And I think he's making the responsible choice where he's going to end up being her love interest because Fleetfoot still exists.
I don't know. I don't think they're a good match for each other, but I don't like that she lost her V card to Kale. That was odd. I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay, so I wasn't necessarily prepared for it. What really throws me off is like they had sex. And then she's like, and we just kept going at it afterward. And I'm like, that is not something normally. Like, you don't break the seal and then you spend the rest of the whole day doing it.
Yeah, like, let's go for round 2.
Like, there's no way. He should have made sure that job was so well done. She couldn't look at him for a few hours.
It was...
She was unable to immediately fall asleep afterward. It means that he left too much on the table. K-Hole is not a virgin. He should have known better. And then, what did she say she needs right away afterward? What's my favorite fantasy trope?
I don't remember.
I'm going to have to ask the maid for some contraceptive juice.
Oh, yeah. That was so awkward.
Somebody pass me the Plan B.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I'm pretty fertile. The king outlawed magic and abortions. He really is terrible. Oh, man. Give it to old Baba Yellowleg. She'll take care of you.
The fuck?
Don't you think? I trust a lady with iron teeth. Probably far more than I should. But I'm like, she seems pretty straightforward. She's wearing her heart on her sleeve, so to speak. You can tell from her smile what her views are politically. Which you can kind of do if you go down far enough south. They're missing 3 teeth, I can guess. Who'd you vote for? Don't worry about it.
No, we'll get to it. I just, some things did not need to be written, is all I'll say.
That was your line? Contraceptive brew?
No, that one was cringe, the brew thing, but that's more fun. That's why I like these books. It was just funny. I like that.
I want them to get to the point where they describe the flavor at some point. Be like, ooh, all you have is grape? I prefer bubblegum flavored contraceptive brew.
No, I'm talking about when Kale is reflecting on their first time, and he's mentioned that she shed a tear and that she was crying. He's like, are you sure you want me to keep going? And she's like, yeah.
He's like, but I have this huge old wiener, which it turns out is somewhere between 6 and 12 inches.
I did not.
Do we think Gale's got a big old wiener, or we think he's got a little tiny wiener?
I don't even know.
I think he's got a little tiny wiener. Not like little tiny, but I think he's got like a regular size Rudy wiener. And I think that people have convinced him that it's bigger than it is. So he's coming at this with all this confidence. But in reality, he's just rocking like a 6-inch hog. And he's just like, oh,
that's normal.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he's walking up like he's going to blow their mind with it. Like, oh, wait till you see me unleash this beast. And then he whips it out. And instead of a noise, it's like you guys maybe didn't hear that in the microphone. It was like the difference between a thwap and a thwap.
He wasn't giving that energy.
He doesn't give big dick energy.
He doesn't give big dick energy.
But he gives you the confidence that he believes he has a big wiener.
It was not what I was expecting.
He gives the energy of a guy, though, who wants you to believe that he has a big wiener.
And it made me really realize I do not want, I don't know, for an intimacy scene. I like that it didn't involve us at all.
I want to hear them swallowing swords, and I want to hear about a dude whose magic power is that his tongue was turned into a snake's tongue so he could tickle the clit from 8 inches away.
In our last series, they were very experienced. Centuries and centuries of experience. And then when they got together, just the whole point is them learning new things about themselves. They're like, whoa. Because I think at one point he was like,
Nobody's ever lit my dick on fire.
Yeah, literally lit his dick on fire. She fed off of him because she's like a vampire. Like that kind of stuff. Like that was funny, entertaining. This was, oh, she was crying and you...
He didn't know to take it slow. Or he tried.
I think he did.
Here's the thing. I think he attempted to have sex with compassion.
And then it just didn't feel...
But she's like, oh, he blew my mind. And you're like, yeah, no shit. You don't know what this is supposed to be. The whole idea of people having sex while they're virgins is so ridiculous. Well, no, not ridiculous. Everybody's got to start somewhere. But I'm saying when it's written in romance books, we're like, oh my God, it was incredible. I'm assuming everybody's first time is pretty much incredible in their mind until they have another time of having sex, because there's no basis of comparison. You should have sex quite a bit before you can be like, oh my God, it's incredible.
Yeah, her saying it after the first time, that was shocking. Her being so thirsty for more was also shocking. Like, well, let's go bang in the closet.
She felt like she was brought to that edge and she didn't get to walk across the bridge. It's like he just kept getting her to the bridge and she was like, I guess that's an orgasm. And they're just like, let's keep going. And I'm like, oh, then he didn't complete this job. Your legs are still working exactly the way they were beforehand. You're walking across a room and nobody can tell, then something wasn't done correctly.
I hate that I agree with you on this. I do. And it's really just coming from my own personal experience because...
When you had sex with K-Hole, you were like, this was not good enough. Unsatisfactory, K-Hole.
It was... All I can say...
Okay. All right. Let it rip.
I don't even know. I just feel so bad. There was a point in our relationship after sleeping together many, many times that I remember without sarcasm, full, genuine, from my heart told him, I think it's normal that girls don't have orgasms.
Oh, this isn't me.
No, not you.
Initially, I thought you were telling this to me, and I'm like, man, I think I would have remembered this conversation.
No. He didn't break up with me after that. All he said was like, well, my last girlfriend had orgasms.
All the time, everywhere she went. She couldn't get in and out of a car if it had bad motor mounts without coming. It was crazy.
But so I think like in my head, I'm just like, when I think of you and me getting together, what made me want to keep having sex with you was because of the orgasm part. And she's not mentioning any of that. She's just like, sex was great.
Well, no, but I think she did say something like, wow, I summited a mountain type of thing.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure she did say that she came, but I think she's basing it off of what she assumes that feeling is. You know, like I don't know, for girls, I think it's probably different. But like for dudes, like you can have an awful lot of fun and not come. It's fine. And I assume for women, it's the same thing. Where you can still, like, it can be a great experience and not be, it doesn't change the way your brain works for the next 20 minutes.
I don't know. I think because K.L. gave me so many icks throughout this book that I just mentally put him in the same category as my ex.
As your sex.
Yeah, as my ex. In that he wasn't satisfying and then it just wasn't feeling realistic to me.
It just wasn't, but see, this is the thing. I think like K-Hole, it's just not his game. Everybody's good at different things, right? Like maybe that dude's gifted, like maybe if he just threw his face down there, right? Explored the place, just really got a feel for it, bloodhounded his way into her heart.
Does K.L. come off as the type that would enjoy that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Well, she probably didn't try, but, you know, if she just like, well, he's sleeping pretty soundly, but he's laying on his back, take a seat on his face and see what happens. If you want to wake me up someday that way, see if I don't wake up from it, and that's fine too. Like, if you sit down good and I don't wake up, know that that's the way I wanted to go. Take me out like that. Okay, well,
I'm assuming he did a good job. I'm assuming
I think he did an adequate. I think
she kept coming back for more.
Yeah, but much of that was like, okay, you know, even kissing, like maybe he's very good at kissing.
I just knew I wanted to take off my headphones. He is a dancer.
He danced. Okay, let me.
He is a dancer.
But like box step type shit, like not a dancer.
No, he was really good.
Ballroom is so different though. Ballroom does not necessarily give you a good aptitude for what their hips are able to do. It just shows you that they can keep rhythm with their legs. Like, and that's something, but that's not what he needs to be busting out of there. Now, if she'd have been like, all right, we went and hit the salsa, and he was still nailing it.
I'm assuming it's ballroom, and he did
That's
amazing.
what I said. It's
they
ballroom.
felt like
It's okay. Watch somebody foxtrot and then tell me that you're like, yeah, they can fuck. No,
I'm assuming he did great. I'm assuming he did fine. She kept coming back for more. She was seeking
No
him
pun
out.
intended. Bam.
She was looking for him, calls him out of the room. I'm assuming things are great.
Maybe she's trying to teach him. Maybe she's like, practice makes perfect. We got to keep him going on this. You know, you fall off the horse, you got to get back on.
And then he was obsessed with her.
Of course
then,
he was.
But also, like, he also doesn't. He's so confusing.
He's really not.
Chapter 16, Nehemia is acting like they can't be friends. Oh my God. I did not really like this when she was doing this. At the beginning of this chapter, she's like, we can't be friends. You're an assassin. You were out killing people.
Oh, you didn't like that Nehemia was standing up for her beliefs?
No, I do agree with it. But then Selena opens up, tells her the truth. And she's like, I'm actually not killing those people. And Nehemia's just like, that's going to get you killed, right? It's like, bitch, what do you want from me?
But this is the thing. I don't think Nehemia was coming to her from the perspective of, let's solve this so that we can be friends. Nehemia was being direct with her in a way that is, we cannot continue our friendship due to your behavior. Although I understand why you're having this behavior, I just can't condone it. And then when Selena's like, actually, I don't have that behavior. It's all been a big fib. She's like, motherfucker, this is so dangerous.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I just was hearing like
comes from a
criticism after like you were criticized for one part and then you say something about it. She's like, well, now this is, I guess, what I was hearing. And that was really difficult. But now reflecting back on this chapter, Nehemia can't stay dead.
I agree.
What was the whole point of opening up and doing all this if she's going to stay dead?
I don't know. I don't think Nehemia can stay dead because we love Nehemia. If she kills off Nehemia halfway through the second book, and there's, 7 of these books or something crazy?
Her best friend is gone?
There's no fucking way. Well, her best friend's going to be Dorian, to be fair.
In some ways, I hope so.
But Dorian, this is where Dorian's going to earn points back because K-Hole's going to be like, Nehemia, oh fuck, they shouldn't have killed Nehemia. But it's okay, you're still alive, baby. He's going to try to soothe her in that way and not have as big of an issue with Nehemia being dead. What's going to happen is Dorian's going to come in a fit of rage, magic the fucking place up.
And he might.
Yeah, he's going to fuck that place up because he and Nehemia are also friends.
Yeah.
And then she's going to be like, oh my God, Dorbear, he's magical too, but also how wonderful that he cares deeply about her more than his father is important to him. He will defy the societal role that he exists in versus K-Hole.
Yeah.
Won't. K-Hole's going to want to remain in there because he gave up his
that was another moment.
Royal nonsense to be a servant of the king.
And Kale at one point says he is more loyal to Dorian and the king than he would be for Selena.
And he calls somebody lowborn trash.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah. He's really upset with the people that kidnapped him, which I can understand. He's in a bit of a fit of rage. But he's just like, shut the fuck up, you lowborn piece of filth. It was a real bummer. And I was like, what the fuck? Don't call people out for how they're born. They can't affect that. You can be like, listen, you kidnapping piece of shit. Like you can be an asshole about all kinds of things. But it's kind of like if you're frustrated with somebody and they're a different race than you and you sprinkle some racism into that anger, you're like, well, you're still the fucked up one because you sprinkled racism into this. And that's what
I don't remember that. That scene, I think I was really just trying to run through that scene because I want to know what was going on with all of it.
And your ability to put yourself in their perspective in these books changes how you're getting all of this information from me. We talked about this a little bit the other day.
Yeah, and I realized I think that was part of why I was so gung-ho on Chaos for so long and really ignoring some of the problems because Selena's ignoring those same problems and I am there with her the whole time. I'm with you. I see what you're seeing and I'm liking what you're liking or disliking in this. And then I really try to pay attention in this last. I'm like, oh, he just slapped her hand. Oh, he just said, you can't wear that. What else did he do? He was thinking about, well, she obviously wasn't a part of this, but I really started paying attention to it. And I was like, And then when she cried for her first time, I wanted to throw my headphones
Yeah, I listen to the book a little differently. I'm like, K-Hall thinks he's out here just Barry Whiting his way through that woman. And in reality, he's not. But he, again, I just stand by, he's the kind of dude that I think is trying to come off big dick swinging, and he's not.
Like, it's almost like he thinks he's better than her sometimes.
It's a bravado and it's nonsense, but he feels as though because he's dedicated his life to something, he's earned something more than everyone else.
Yeah.
And I dislike that. This is like somebody with a PhD acting like they're the most brilliant person in the world because they've received a better education or had more opportunities.
Yeah. We already talked about chapter 16. That was with Nehemia and her having that conversation. Selena opens up of what's actually happening.
But Selena didn't bring up that she's fucking K-hole yet.
No, not yet.
Like, I think that
they aren't sleeping together, but she does tell Nehemia later. And this is another thing. They start sleeping together. And they both have this conversation, but let's not tell Dorian. Dorian fucking knows. And he alludes to,
She addresses it too, though. She's like, he'll figure it out, but I don't want to go through the whole rigmarole with him.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the unfortunate thing of my ex is your boss. Sort of an issue.
Yeah.
I can understand where she feels complicated feelings in this area. I do think it's disappointing that she didn't think highly enough of him to just want to be honest.
It's confusing because it seems she didn't want to be with Dorian because he was her boss. But now she's like, I'll be with Chaol, but also don't tell Dorian or we're gonna.
Yeah, I think she just didn't want to be with Dorian and she was trying to find an excuse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chapter 17, this is when they're at the ball and Dorian is dancing with all the ladies. Chaol assigns Selena to guard duty, which she abandoned to dance alone. I did not know Selena even participated in those types of chores, tasks, of being a guard. I thought you were an assassin.
She's the king's champion. So she is an assassin by trade, but she kind of does whatever the king asks her to do.
Yeah, so she's currently working for Chaol. I thought she's just been training with him to keep up on this, but that she wasn't working for him.
Can we argue that maybe now K-Hole's her direct superior?
Yeah.
That makes your whole dating logic a little shitty, doesn't it, Selena?
Yeah. So he goes to look for her.
Yeah.
Wants to give her a difficult time, but then instead he asked her to dance, and it was incredible for her. She felt like, it was such an incredible experience. It sounds like a way better time dancing with Chaol than it was with Dorian.
Because every time I touch, we get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could die.
And she says he felt like home.
Yeah.
And she makes this comment a few times. We're just a boy and a girl. Is there a song that's like that? That sounds like there's
a bunch of songs.
I say
almost all the songs are like this, and then it's a famous movie trope as well. Say, I'm just a boy and you're just a girl. Let's just be co-people. Fuck, we could go Anchorman if we want to make it real fun. And she's like, take me to Pleasure Town.
Oh my God, that is what happened.
Yeah. It's Anchorman, except for he's not Ron Burgundy.
It's almost like she wants a life that she knows she can't have.
It's almost like she's using K-Hole as the fill-in for Sam.
Yeah, because she even said, I didn't take the opportunity to sleep with Sam when I had it. I better take my opportunity with Chaol before it's too late.
She brings up that the way Sam was murdered was more brutal than anything she's ever seen or heard of before.
Yeah.
Do we agree that there's a possibility that was fake and Sam's alive and that's going to fuck her up? Because she's still got her old boss. What's his name?
Erwin
Hommel. Good job, Adri.
I'm getting there.
That was amazing. Where was I going with this? My mind is so blown.
I don't know. Something about her having another
Erwin Hommel. So that dude's still out there floating around. Supposedly he's the king of assassins. I believe he would also have magic if that's the case. Therefore, he could have potentially just glamored this whole situation to be in or if he was murdered that brutally, he wasn't positively identifiable. They just threw a name tag on him that said Sam and they mutilated somebody else. And now Sam's out there floating around. Arabin's going to be able to use Sam to manipulate her later on. And when she decides she's feeling real good about Dorian, the whole situation's going to get complicated because Sam pops up out of nowhere wearing a hood. He lifts up the hood. Boom. Oh my God, it's Sam. Sexy as he's ever been. He's like, hey, Selena, it's been a long time. And Dorian's like, who the fuck is that guy? And Fleetfoot's like, all mad at him. And she's like, oh, Sam, I missed you. I have complicated feelings. And Dorian's like, I don't understand what's going on right now. And Fleetfoot's like, and she's like, no, it's good. He's Sam. But Fleetfoot's called it the whole time. It's not really Sam. It's Sam's body, and it's being possessed by somebody else who's evil. Do you think that's going to happen?
I can't even argue the logic on it because she has faked other people's deaths already. It's already an option.
It seems like it's commonplace. Everybody's faking everybody's death, and Dorian's going to be able to revive Nehemia because she said, when your magic awakens, I'll be there to guide you. She's going to be his spirit guide. Maybe she's going to be Yoda in the old, you know what I mean? She's going to come back as like a force ghost, just like Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Selena has
movies.
Elena and Dorian has Nehemia.
Yeah, and it's just like in the original Star Wars movies where they're just blue holograms.
Yes.
Floating around. I think that would be amazing. And the doorbell's just like, what? Door knocker. Sorry, probably not a doorbell.
What's his name?
Marcus.
Mort.
Damn it. We're so close. Anyway, so Mordecai's looking around. He's like, whoa, what's happening? Everybody's showing up, but they're all holograms. And Selena's like, not to worry. If all of these people could become holograms, Sam must be alive. That's when we meet Sam. Sam comes out of the shadow. Whoosh, it's me, baby. And Dorian's like, pew, pew, pew. He's got frost magic like the X-Man guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's making like frozen swans and shit for her. He's like, here, baby, a frozen rose.
I don't think her and Dorian are going to get back together.
You're wrong. They're going to. And it's going to be Seal singing in the background. There used to be a great tower alone on the sea. You remain the light in the dark side of me.
I don't think you can take back her looking at Kale that way.
What are you talking about?
Her sleeping with, like,
my love, you literally had a different boyfriend the whole time. The first time I confessed my love to you, you immediately went and fucked your boyfriend. I mean, listen, all I'm saying is you can clearly make your way back from it because
no, you and me weren't dating, essentially.
We were not dating.
And then date someone else.
They weren't
and then
dating really either. They got very close, like best friends, super close. The sexual tension was heavy. I would argue we had a similar heavy sexual tension, whether or not you refused. No, it was a whole different thing. But everybody else was aware of the weight. And then I was like, hey, I think we could do something with this. And you're like, I'm dating this other boy. And I'm like, yeah, but that other boy, he's not me. And I'm pretty great. And then you're like, oh, no, thank you. And then you went and got in his jacked up pickup. I'll never forget that fucking truck.
My
Who
God,
the hell put stacks in the back of a Ford square body gas pickup? You guys are goober.
We're talking about him way too much this episode.
Sorry.
Like
well,
that.
It's because we're talking about an ex who's not an inherently evil guy, just an unfortunate human for this scenario. I think that mirrors your situation. I do not dislike your ex was not an inherently bad guy. He was just not the right man for the job. Then what happens is Dorian in this situation, me, a Dorian. Anyway,
she's not
clearly the right man for the job, respecting her boundaries, just like he should have done. And then what happens? Your best friend was murdered. Why? Because your ex allowed it to happen. I show up and revive your ex. She comes back as a force ghost, help me figure out my powers. No. And then we get back together because love remains.
They're not getting together. I like Dorian a lot more now.
There used to be a great tower alone on the sea.
I used to think that he was a bit of a spoiled baby and just a little, obviously a prince and had no troubles in life. And
that's
really
what you thought of me. You were like, who's this tall, handsome white guy? What troubles could he have potentially had in life?
I still don't think it's Dorian.
I think it is.
Well,
Dorian's incredible.
What we just left off on was Kale and her dancing. And then it cuts to the scene in the castle and he's like looking down at them dancing and having a wonderful moment. And he's just like, no, I am not going to care. I'm going to remove myself from these feelings.
Like, where's the girl with the attacked titties that was trying to get me a few months ago? Bring her back. Okay, and he does keep saying that he's going to move on, but he's clearly not moving on.
No, I know.
Because you can't just shut off your feelings. He's trying.
He's trying.
Yeah, because he's the right guy for the job.
Nehemia comes up and talks to him about how they have responsibilities that no one would understand, specifically Kale and Selena.
Do you think Dorian, one of his powers is he can manipulate matter? We've seen glass explode. We've seen all kinds of cool things happen around him, right? If he can concentrate that power into an oscillating power and centralize it.
You can say this all you want. You got that with Sam Kyle. Do you remember that? When he was like, that's not the only thing I can do with my hands.
That's true, but I wasn't saying his hands. He can mind vibe her clit into, yes, that's what I'm saying. Dorian has the ability to.
He does not have the ability.
He has cognitions. He can just look at her and just blast that bad boy. And she's like, whoa, mind blown. Dorian, superhero we need, not the one we deserve.
Do you remember the TV show Doom Patrol?
Oh, I vaguely, yeah.
And there was somebody who had the power to give orgasms.
Flextro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Muscle Man, or whatever the hell, I can't remember what his name was. Flex Metallo. What's his name?
Yeah.
He would flex a muscle and people would come. That's Dorian.
No, it's not.
Dorian can do that, though. It's one of his many gifts.
While Nehemia is talking to Dorian, after he was just looking at the two of them dancing, she's drawing symbols on his chest, on the window, these things, moving her hands, and she tells him to tell his father not to expand Calicula.
And he goes, fuck, her English is getting good.
Yeah, because
he recognizes, he's like, maybe I'm just getting used to it. Maybe her accent's disappearing. This is incredible.
And he has power that sleeps within him.
Away.
Chapter.
Do you know why that's good?
Why?
In the castle, the glass castle, the power sleeps tonight. Oh, a wimbo wep. That's the sound it's going to make when he comes in there and he finds her dead. A wimbo wep, and then boom, shit just explodes. Windows and stuff go around. The king, everybody's looking around like, what the fuck's happening? Their rings are vibrating.
Go?
What do you mean, where's he going to go? He don't need to go nowhere. He's going to be the dude that he is power incarnate in that moment. He's got nowhere to run. Where are they going to go? The king's little black ring is going to be fucking vibrating. The one dude, Pepperidge Farm's going to come up and try to like handle him. And instead what's going to happen is the little black ring's going to explode. Boom, Pepperidge Farm no longer has any magic. He doesn't know what's up. Dorian just makes him come while he's on his way to it. He's like, ugh, Jesus, right there in his pants. And he's embarrassed because it happened in front of everybody and another man did it to him. And he's like, oh my gosh, he's going to be so confused. Does this make him gay? Does this just make him power sexual or whatever? He doesn't know what's happening, but all he knows is magic just made him come and it's illegal. It's going to be a crazy cool thing, guys. I'm excited for the next.
Great ending.
Well, that's not the end of the whole book. That's how he heals the world. Magic makes everybody come together. Get it? Get a guess?
Yeah. Chapter 18. Kaol ended the dance and just walked away and left her in the cold. That was one of my icks. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. He's like, well, dance is over. I'm on my way back inside to get something nice to eat. And she's like, oh, perhaps you shouldn't bring a girl around that just wants to be a girl and give girly things around, but not let her have any. It's like bringing a starving man to one of those buffets, which actually you motherfuckers also did already. Like, she's so on top of that. I fucking love that
she's so on top of it, but then she's okay with being treated like this.
Yeah, well, one of the things at the buffet was dong. And K-Hole's like, I got something in this buffet for you. And she's like, oh, look at that, a moderate helping of penis. What an adequate amount of penis you have. Oh, man, I love how that lady described this as a fantasy book with some romance.
Yeah.
Because it does empower me to do all of these jokes without fear that anything's going to come and change this. No pun intended.
Well, Kaol just leaves her in the cold. He didn't even mention the dance the next day.
Do you think that he walked up to her and was like, well, you can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
But if you do that, the king's going to murder her. The song changed a little bit for them.
Zelena meets up with Archer. She wants more information, but can't give him more time. And it cuts to a meeting with the council and the king talking to expand Calicula prison.
And what does our boy do?
Yeah.
The boy's like, fuck you guys. You're all dummies.
Stands up.
Yeah.
For everyone. This stands up against what's wrong.
And the king, who is clearly and insanely...
For what's right. I think I said for what's wrong.
No, he stands up against what's wrong.
There you go.
But the king's like, boy, no. Like, you sit the fuck down.
Or he loses his boat.
Yeah, but it's brought up how the king is also an insanely imposing figure. Like, he is not just powerful because he's the king.
Bigger, I think. I think he's doing the same thing Cain was doing.
Would you argue that he's becoming engorged?
No.
Okay, all right. Tumescent.
But I think he's getting bigger. Because Kale mentions he's huge. I don't remember this. And I'm like, where have we seen this
brings
before?
up that he is an expert marksman. He's great at everything. The king is also an indomitable figure at this point. But did Dorian back down when Daddy was being a dickhead?
No.
No. He's like, yeah, why don't you shove that big old fist straight up your own asshole, homie? He's like, I'll be out there if you need me. If you guys need my vote, it's fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. And then he left. And his cousin's like, hey, meets up with him later. He's like, you made a good point. I'm not trying to manipulate you.
I don't know. I do wonder if Dorian can convince his cousin to
No, the cousin's being manipulated. He's a motherfucker. Ignore this guy.
All right.
It is specifically going with Dorian on certain parts of this, so that way when Dorian splits off and tries to create his own nonsense, the cousin can backstab him. That's all of this. The king is pulling all the strings. Every other idiot is a puppet.
Well, dang it. I was really hoping.
Except for Baba Yellowlegs and Mom. Oh my God, I'm so interested in Mom.
Why?
She's the reason that the carnival's coming to town and including the magic ladies.
Right.
They've got the other spoiled little brat boy.
His brother Holland.
Yeah, and he comes off like the little brother in A Christmas Story.
Yeah, a little brat.
He's just fucking whining and crying all the time.
I was thinking he reminded me of Harry Potter's half-brother. Or cousin.
Chubley? What's his name?
Dudley.
Dudley. Dudley.
That's who he reminds me of.
I have a nephew that we call Dudley.
But not for that reason. That's not why.
Because he's not Harry Potter's cousin.
No, it's just his kind of play on with his name.
Yeah, Dudley Do Right.
Anyways, that's who I imagine with Holland. So tell me more about why are you interested in his mom?
She sounds like a straight up fox. No, I'm just teasing. I'm interested in Mom because I think Mom knows about magic. Mom is kind of setting up Dorian to oppose his dad in a way. She's bringing these people to town and doing things that she knows are not super ideal.
Do you think the mom invited that goldsmith woman?
Potentially, yes. And I think Baba Yellowlegs also was a thing to do with Mom. I think the fact that Mom kept meeting with Nehemia means that Mom's like, okay, we gotta bolster some stuff here. I think Mom's working her way in the sidelines of this, and it's brought up that Dorian's super inbred.
It does?
Early on, kind of.
No, it doesn't.
He's like, the families have been commingling. His mom's and his dad's families have been commingling for generations. Basically, they were kissing cousins.
No, I don't think it was.
How blue are Dorian's eyes?
No.
I'm just asking for a friend.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he basically said they were like third cousins or something. Which is not weird for royalty, but the fact that he has 10 fingers and 10 toes, quite the accomplishment. He's basically a little mutant. I
thought that Dorian looked different from his dad or something like that. There was some brief thing, and I took it to mean, oh, he has a different dad. And now that he has magic, maybe it was a little sign that he has magic or something.
Oh, how cool would it be if he was a son of one of the people from the other series this lady wrote that we read a part of?
No, we're not, we can't talk about any
I'm not going to. I'm just going to say there's a character in that book who's a shadow guy. And it would be really cool if Dorian was his kid.
No, Dorian's getting his magic from something with Elena. That's his family member.
Well, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
But generations ago, it's only like a few hundred years, which among Fae people we know is nothing.
Yeah, I think he has magic in the family line. Well, I'm going to keep pushing just a little bit.
Please do.
It cuts back to Selena in Kayal's room. He got her chocolate despite not wanting to bring her any. And she thinks about wanting a life with him. And I think it's back to, you're just a boy and I'm just a girl. And she just wants that simple life. She wants to have that life, but she can't have it yet.
Blowing him for a white picket fence. Is that what you're telling me right
Pretty
now?
much.
That's crazy.
Selena found poor Dorian looking for Nehemia, and it was cold in the hallway, and frost on his bed earlier, and he's just having a moment.
Why do you think it's cold in the hallway and there's frost on his bed?
Because it said after he got up out of the bed, there was a ring of frost around it, and then Selena found him looking for Nehemia, and he couldn't find her.
And the hallway seemed cold.
She said the hallway was cold.
Because his fucking powers.
Cold.
Well, yeah, something's happening where he's clearly drawing the warmth out of things. Oh my god, maybe he's a necromancer. That's how he brings Nehemia back.
Chapter 19, Chaol thought about how he pretended to be asleep when Selena touched his hair when she left the room earlier. So he's just like pretending to sleep.
me. Swords and stuff. Oh. I get it. Sometimes I pretend to be asleep when you roll over and you start scratching my back. I pretend to be asleep, but then I kind of like find myself working back into it. But if I get a little too close and it becomes inconvenient where your elbow has to be bent more, you stop rubbing. So I'm like, oh, there's that real thin line where I got to show that I appreciate it, but also not get so close that it becomes inconvenient.
The whole time I was worried that Dorian wouldn't stand up to his father, when really Chaol doesn't have the balls to say what he feels and even thinks his loyalty lays with the king and his friend.
Yeah, he's a little tiny baby.
Yep.
I hate that guy.
I was too hard on Dorian.
Oh, sorry.
And Dorian has really, really stepped up a lot in this book. The king tells Chaol secretly to watch Nehemia. I wrote something else, but whatever. So all of the guards get to know, but Selena doesn't. But yet she can be put on guard duty and be treated as a guard.
Only when it's like she's protecting the king in the area where she's guarding the terrace or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's different. I don't think she's like being used as a utility employee.
It cuts to Dorian. He questions having magic because his father doesn't. I did not think about the father probably has magic.
Yeah. Yeah, Dad's got magic. That's how he's eliminating other people with magic.
Yes, there's something about this. It happened 10 years ago. He took over all the lands. Dorian has magic. And while I'm thinking about it right now, even though I think I wrote it later, Baba Yellowlegs says you should probably look into why magic was removed 10 years ago to understand how you have magic and why you are the exception.
How magic was.
Yes. I think it has to do with his father having magic and him being blood related to his father is why he can have it. That there's something with it that it has to do with blood.
Yes. I agree with you. I would say the reason why Dad is removing magic is because if he's the only one with magic, he gets to rule unilaterally.
Mm-hmm. I like his plan to try to turn Roland. You already said you don't think that's going to happen. We talked about the carnival for Holland's Yulemas gift. And this was when Chaol yanked Selena's arm for almost touching something. We have Baba Yellowlegs. She has iron teeth. She's a fortune teller. And she says,
She's the last witch of the worms or something. Yeah.
She tells Chaol that he smells like the Silver Lake.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
But that sounded important. And Dorian got Chaol a horse.
Not just a horse. A very fancy dressage horse. But she got him a boy one. And the boy horses are cheaper than the lady horses.
That was not said, was it?
Yes, because she had, I'm going to call it an Austrian horse because I know that's not what it was. But
I did it as a...
Trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the list.
And I'll wait.
You need to wait. We'll do a little count. Valerian Stallion, Zephyrus Stallion, Orion Stallion, Asterian Stallion. Asterian Stallion. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Asterian.
Yes, that's what it was.
So he got an Asterian Stallion. And Selena brings up that she had an Asterian mare once.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, holy fuck, how'd you do that? She's like, oh, I fucking stole it. And Cahol's like, well, that's even more pricey than them stallions are. That's a super pricey horse. That's crazy. She's like, well, she was a beautiful pony. I miss her so. And then moved on. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that was a cool horse. I assume it's like some sort of fancy dressage horse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's a Lippa's honor.
But a very big deal that he got this horse. And I was curious how Selena was going to top this gift. And it sounds like she did.
Yeah, it was soup and lady parts.
Well, not really.
I don't think the soup alone was going to do it. He talked a big game, but it's a pretty sweet horse, and the soup comes once a week.
chapter.
How did you know that was my favorite? Oh, because every time it's for dinner, you rush up there and eat it before anybody else gets any. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a great birthday gift, but it's not like he gets it once a year. That you've become familiar with his taste of this.
I guess when you put it like that, that would be like you getting me the 5-layer burrito from Taco Bell.
Yeah, you get this every so often. Yes, you do like it. But, what did you get for your birthday? I got her a beefy 5-layer. Well, that sounds like kind of a shitty gift. No, you don't know her. She loves beefy 5 layers. It could have been a 7-layer, but that's not her thing. I know you so well, baby. But now if I did that and I also had sex with you, it's the perfect birthday for you.
No.
If I was doing that and willing to sex you up, you're welcome.
You're willing.
I'm willing to throw one at you because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. She also set it up in a beautiful greenhouse.
Yeah, it's super cute. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. I like the idea that she set ambiance. Mm-hmm. She had all kinds of cool stuff going on there. What a waste.
Don't. Chapter 20, Selena visits Mort again to try to use the eye of Elena in the hole in the wall, but it didn't work. It is only with the eye that one can see rightly. Do you have any guesses what that possibly is alluding to?
She needs to rip out her own right eye.
No, that's what Mort said, and that's obviously not true.
It sounded like he gave perfectly reasonable instructions.
No guesses?
Perhaps it's not what she's looking at.
It cuts to a dream with a stag. The stag is mentioned often.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's a common thing in folklore.
He's doing. Kale assumed the worst and that Selena is missing training because she's lazy, but she's actually missing because it is the day her parents died, their 10th anniversary. So this chapter it ended with her having that bad dream because it's her parents. It's been 10 years since they passed, and then she just left town. Kale came looking for her, and Nehemia was there and said, well, she's going to be on today.
Yeah. And Kale's like, oh, she told you about that. Nehemia's like, no, she didn't have to tell me. I'm like, oh, so Nehemia knows more about her than she knows she knows. Interesting. Bum bum.
I took it as Nehemia is a close friend and a good friend and closer to Selena than Kale was. So
she guessed when her parents died? That's crazy.
I bet she knows that is the anniversary of Terrason being taken over.
Ooh, you're right. That could be. I mean, I wouldn't have assumed it would have all occurred on one day.
Yeah.
It seems like Nehemia does know more about her, but now she's...
Yeah. Well, now she's gone, so I don't know.
Both Nehemia and our girl are gone.
Chapter 21. Selena is from Terrason. Her parents were killed when it was being taken over by the king. She has a memory of killing the guards in Endovir after the woman was raped the day before, and she marked their faces. Oh, yeah. So this is this whole scene of her just being gone, I think, and she's thinking about her time in Endovir. And I believe Kale was waiting in her room when she came back, and she says she wanted space, and he's like, what you want isn't what you need, blah, blah, blah.
You need to be fucked.
He brought her cake. There's tension, but she ended up eating the cake.
And fucking him.
Was it? It wasn't this time.
Yeah,
no.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
no.
She eats the cake, and then she's like, that's not all. I'm still hungry.
No, it's not.
Give me that regular size wiener.
No, you're full of shit. And I'm going to prove it to you here soon.
Okay, all right.
Chapter 22. This has so much lore with genealogy going on with Dorian. So he's in the library and he's trying to look up his own genealogy. He wants to hide his magic, which is really sad. That broke my heart. There is a narration going on. There is Gavin, who is the human that married Elena, who is half Fae. He is at the top of Dorian's family tree. Elena is half Fae and the daughter of the first king of Terrason. This is where Selena is from. The king, I'm assuming Elena's dad there, gave the couple Otterland as a gift, which is the territory they're currently in. I don't understand the transition, but then it goes to the Book of Galathinius. And I think Galathinius is a name of a royal family of Terrason 10 years ago who were all slaughtered by the king, and that was him taking it over. And they were a very powerful people, and it was a powerful location, so he went after them first. Dorian questions if the heir of Terrasen, Aelin Galathynius, if she lived, who would she be today? This is the woman that everyone assumes is dead because 10 years ago they took over Terrasen. Again, guys, if I am getting this wrong, but I re-listened to it a few times, I think I'm following. Aelin Galathynius is supposedly dead, but Celaena found out that she's actually alive, according to Archer and whoever he's working with. But she thinks that it's not really her and it's someone posing as her and is going to be used as a puppet by people like Davis, who's now dead. That's what I got from this chapter.
I'm in agreement with you.
Okay.
It was really confusing. I wasn't able to write any of it down. So I am in whole heart agree.
Dorian met Aelin Galathynius when he was younger, and Aelin Galathynius' cousin became a prodigy general for the king. Shocking. So he's alive and working for the king right now.
Who do you suppose that might be?
I don't know.
Somebody who renounced their royal title.
No.
And now works for the king.
No, he would have said that was Kael. Dorian knows her cousin. No, he gave her the cousin's name.
Oh. All right, well, never mind. I thought I was onto something there.
While trying to let go of his feelings for Celaena, he used magic, and which through the books, Celaena took Kael to the apothecary. I can't say.
Apothecary.
Thank you. That looks like a garden from Raina Goldsmith's song. Had his favorite dinner, and I'm like, oh shit, she admitted she didn't kill any of the people to him.
She's really got to quit just giving all this information up. Again, more of an assassin than a spy. You're right. She's not a good spy.
Oh.
Hey, I have an idea. I'll just tell everybody, but I'm not really doing my job. See how it works.
I don't remember how he took it. I think the chapter ended that way.
Oh, he didn't take it well at all.
I don't think so.
Then he goes to bed. Well, they go to bed.
Chapter 23. She tells him that she's using Archer for information about the real rebellion forming in Terrasen for freedom. And I thought he was going to receive that well, of like, well, okay, this is a bigger problem. And you are still working for the king, at least, to learn about this rebellion.
Yeah, how convenient.
I don't know. Says she will be long gone, and his biggest fear was she could easily find another man anywhere she goes. So he says they will find that faraway place together. Smooch their way to her bedroom.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. That guy sucks.
I did not like what his motivation was to want to go with her. It wasn't, I don't know where it's at, but since we're on the topic, at some point he thinks about if the king told him to kill Celaena, he's like, I couldn't do it. I would kill myself. I'm like, you'd kill yourself? She's still going to die.
We gotta kill the king. This is my thing. We gotta quit looking at this as it's me or them, right? It is, you guys join forces. Make the world into the place you want it to be. I mean, in the great words of, there's a poet that I think most people are familiar with. His name is Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
And basically, if you want to make a change, you gotta take a look in the mirror, right? You gotta start with that guy.
You want me? No, I don't know the lyrics, but I know where you're going.
Well, if you want to make it right, you look up the lyrics real quick.
I am not
going
going to. Everyone knows that song.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
Kael's not going to do that.
Right. No, he's not yet. He's going to pretend that he is. He's going to fucking betray them. I can feel it in my bones.
I think he is.
Yeah, I can feel it in my bones. This dude's a piece of shit.
No.
Here's what I have to say about this, though. My instincts are pretty good with this, right? Knocking out of the park most of the time with these things. So when I'm a little bit nervous about our daughter's first date, perhaps you guys take me more seriously than teasing me about this.
No.
It could be the same thing.
It's not. It's not the same thing.
Better not be.
She's so confident and take charge mentality.
Oh, you mean like the character of our story, who could still be taken advantage of. Why?
Stop it.
Because her father is dead.
You're not dead.
No, that's exactly my point. I'm preventing a K-hole situation. There'll be no Tamlins or K-holes here.
They smooch their way to her bedroom and close the door on us. So that's
good. I do appreciate that.
I did appreciate that, actually. Yeah. I did not want to be a part of
3 minutes later, she comes walking out, feeling completely satisfied.
I have no way that was her, no way her first time was that good. And the contraceptive blend was funny. They don't want to tell Dorian and ruin the friendship between Dorian and Kael. I'm like, it's ruined. It's done.
The
It's
minute
gone.
your buddy starts fucking your ex-girlfriend,
It's gone.
it's not necessarily entirely gone. I would say that, like, I remained friends with people who were dating friends of mine or stuff after maybe we had expressed interest in one another.
Sure, but I think that's high school and life changes out of high school, all that. But
You don't think I could be friends if you got rid of me and you found this really wonderful man in your life that was not me, which, yeah, I mean, I'd be really bummed out. But I think eventually I could become friends with that guy if he treated you really good.
There's no way.
I think I could. I could be.
No way.
I could at least respect that you were being treated.
She implies that they go for round 2.
Yeah, because she's unsatisfied.
Within
She's like, any chance your refractory period is, come on, homie.
within a couple hours at least. Chapter 24.
She's
Dorian-
bringing him Gatorade. She's chugging contraceptive juice and she's giving him electrolytes. She's like, all right, you better get ready, pony boy. We're going to saddle up. She's like, Dorian brought up this thing. I know you can't use magic, but I found this cool contraption filled with rubber bands and gears where you just, imagine it's like a wind-up deal. You just like, you wind it up, right? It's rubber bands and stuff there. You throw the paw arm the other way, and it would go in reverse. I think I could make a medieval vibrator.
I don't know if this
I'm
is
going to try to make something like this, and I
Okay,
will put
well,
it here.
You don't get
If
to
I-
use it.
Well, no. I'm not suggesting that you should either, because I'm not going to. It'll be teak oil or something. It'll be finished with. But if I make something like that, can we put it here?
No.
I will just show people my cool vibrator.
No.
It's not something anybody's going to need to use. I'm just pointing out that the engineering, I think I could build it.
No.
If I build it, you will come. Don't you think that I could do this?
You can do anything you put your mind to.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah.
Why
I'd be
you-
astronaut, secret agent, race car driver, right?
What is that phrase? You didn't think if you should. You spent so long.
Considering how you would, you didn't stop to think if you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you think that would be something cool? And I think we could potentially then imagine a history in which you didn't require magic or the advent of batteries or electricity. No angry pixies necessary. It's just kinetic energy powered. Can you imagine how many times you'd have to wind that thing up to get somebody where they need to go? It's like every 30 seconds, you're just there. Oh, you let me know when you're close. I can't wind this thing again. You get real close and then buzz them out real quick. I think this could be so cool. I'm going to build one and then we'll sell it.
No.
I think we could do that. Medieval vibrator.
Chapter 24.
Okay. All right, fine.
Dorian visited Baba Yellowlegs.
Have you any wool? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Iron teeth full.
Oh, wow. That was good.
I used the exact same words that rhymed originally.
You did it on the spot, though.
Ah, thanks.
There were some creatures named
Hold on.
Vlog.
That is what a medieval vibrator salesman can do. Okay. / engineer. I'm not just going door to door in medieval times. Medieval times. Sells medieval vibrators. That would be so cool. Ooh, you want to watch those men on horses? Perhaps you'll pay an extra $12 for our cool seat.
Fuck.
Yeah, imagine you
Ugh.
have like an arm.
No.
You just crank the arm. No. Everybody's still wearing clothes. Don't worry about it. You just crank this arm on the side, and then you hit the release lever over here, and your chair just vibrates for like 20 seconds. Would that not be
There were creatures that
Massage
were
chair.
called Bog or something. They
Yes.
stole Fae
We read about these in Star Trek.
and used them to breed witches.
Well, no, hold on. They stole Fae and then bred them and created witches.
Yes.
They didn't use them to breed the witches. That would be a whole different thing.
He asked, "Is there magic?" She says, "His kind? No, but old magic? Yes." Can one person have magic? No magic left anymore. Not even surviving Fae can access it. And they are stuck as animals. I think that means there are Fae in this world, on this continent, and they're stuck as animals.
Oh, they're all deer.
The stag.
Be careful of the magic berries. Different series.
Different
You guys
series.
will get the joke.
How is it possible for someone to have magic? She says we don't know how or why the magic vanished, but their power may exist on other continents. but theirs doesn't. Okay, the power may exist on other continents, but on this one it doesn't. Roland followed back Dorian, and Roland had been tracking him. Oh, I bet you're right now.
Is it Rush or Heart? This Magic Man I'm talking about?
No, I don't know
He's
what you're talking about.
Magic Man.
Is this Dorian's song?
Yeah.
Well, if you want, I can just kind of skim through what we have.
You're doing great. I'm just saying, just try to understand. He's a magic man. No. Okay.
When I'm reading, I'm sorry. It's going back to Chaol. All the men Selena was going to kill, Archer gave the leader a warning, and they're being shipped away. This is one of those consequences of your actions. This was bound to happen, something like this. You told lots of people you weren't doing it. You weren't doing it. And now they're trying to survive. It cuts to Chaol thinking about sleeping with Selena. And it's like, I have you. I don't like that she was crying. And I don't know. I did not like that. Well, clearly he did a good job because she pulled him off of duty and pulled him into a broom closet.
Duty. Duty.
Chapter 25, I think Nehemia spoke with Queen Elena in the tomb about Selena. I think the two of them were talking to each other. All of this points to I don't know why Nehemia died. She has to come back. 26, Chaol's on the hunt. And he thought about his family and Selena and like if his family were to meet her, what they would think of her. We learned that the king tells Chaol that Nehemia is going to be questioned. Dorian tells Chaol to treat her well. Chaol thinks the king won't kill Nehemia. That pissed me off. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't he? He's killed so many people for less.
Yeah, I agree.
And someone used chloroform on him. Yeah, we kind of already talked about all this.
Yeah, he was taken up, although now we have the most badass scene with Our Lady. She wakes up, she waits around a full day. She's like, man, I haven't seen her hide her hair at K-hole.
Yeah, I think she's hanging out in his room and he's not coming back.
So eventually she's like, all right, we got to go find the guy. And then she sees the ransom note.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, come to our secret hideout if you want to see your boy. And she's like, fuck it. Throws on her hood. Now, full assassin mode. And this is the first time we've seen her go full on assassin.
And this is who I imagine with Assassin's Creed movies.
I would agree this exact moment. But this is the moment where it actually makes sense. She comes in. She starts busting the fuck out of people. There's one dude there who's incredibly capable, though. Like, he is truly a gifted fighter as well. And he's like, I'm going to tear your ass up. And she's like, you don't know who you're talking to. He's like, I don't care who I'm talking to. And then just as she's going to have to dodge some arrows or something, Archer comes in, boom, boom, takes a couple arrows. And he's like, everybody stop. No, everybody quit fighting. This was just a big misunderstanding. We kidnapped the guard. Now we got to go get Nehemia. Now, they waited all goddamn day instead of storming the place or in some way infiltrating the king's area to get Nehemia out or get a message. Yeah, because
if they can sneak in to get Chaol, why didn't you sneak in to get Nehemia?
Well, Nehemia didn't want to leave. She wanted to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She was aware of this whole thing. But
she wanted to see what he was going to ask her.
I think Archer could have maybe given her this information. I think Chaol and Archer fucked up because they both could have given her the information and she didn't get it. What would she have done with the information? We don't know, but this needs to be a modifier to her whole personality currently. I'm on board with it. Nehemia's going to come back. I refuse to believe Nehemia's dead. If Nehemia stays dead, I will I'll take the score of this book down 2 stars from what it is. It will ruin
Is that
this book
serious?
Yeah, so far she's my second favorite.
Yeah.
She is probably my favorite or second favorite character.
She's been the only person truly dedicated to the cause.
Yeah, she's fucking amazing. And this is one of the rare instances where I think our protagonist is phenomenal. I enjoy Selena as a character, outside of her interactions with almost everybody else. But Nehemia might be my favorite character.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm like, the fuck is going on?
I also like Dorian now.
No, I agree. Dorian's amazing. But I don't require him. Like, if Dorian was not in this book would still be enjoyable to me. He adds positivity to it, but he's not a necessary component of my enjoyment of this book. Nehemia is.
Yeah, because she was actually pushing Selena.
She moved the plot forward. She provided intrigue and information. She gave us a little exposition here and there. She gave us everything we needed. Plus, the dog fucking loves her. And that means she's good people.
Yes.
The fact that if Littlefoot,
Fleetfoot.
if Fleetfoot is a homie of Nehemia, then Nehemia is a homie of mine.
How would you feel if Fleetfoot ran in and saw Nehemia?
Fleetfoot would activate Dorian's magic because Fleetfoot is also the airbud of magic. And Fleetfoot would also just start murdering people and making them come.
Ew.
Well, that's how the magic works. I'm not making this up. That's just how magic works. I don't pick and choose this stuff.
Do you think Chaol's guards are working with the people Archer's working with? And
No.
that's how they got into the castle?
No. I think some of Cahol's guards are undercover and they actually belong to this other movement, but I think overall the guards are pretty much controlled by the king.
Okay.
Cahol's position is that of middle management.
It's a good set of chapters. I'm not happy with Nehemia's situation.
I'm not happy that Nehemia is out of this either. We are finishing this book now.
I would like to just finish the rest of this
I'm
book
gonna finish
and
this book
jump
this
to the
week.
next one.
Yes, I agree. And I want to, on a departing note, ask you, what do you expect to happen? I've brought up my theories for the magic and everything else. What are your theories?
I don't know.
What do you think happens with Fleetfoot?
I don't know. I think Fleetfoot's just going to keep tagging along.
You don't think Fleetfoot's a magic airbud dog?
No, I don't think that. And Chaol, I don't know if she's going to forgive him. I hope she doesn't, because this is a huge betrayal of something he knew. But in the moment, she didn't seem near as upset, which I think was fine because she was more focused in on the where is Nehemia and getting there fast. Like, I don't need to deal with Chaol right now. Knowing that information, I now know new information and need to act on it. I don't know. I think maybe this is his betrayal to her, but I don't know if it's enough. I think Dorian, I love your idea that he is going to fuck shit up.
Yeah, full on bananas mode.
Yep. But then I don't know, where is he going to go? Where he doesn't have
He's going to go join the
place.
resistance. And he's going to learn magic because Baba Yellowfoot is going to help a brother out. Yellowleg, sorry. She's going to help a brother out. And then he's going to find a way to let Nehemia teach him stuff. The king is going to be like, all right, assassin bitch, you got to go kill my son.
Maybe Dorian and Archer can be a couple.
No, Dorian and Selena become a couple.
No.
They do. And Nehemia, maybe she takes Archer downtown to Chinatown. Maybe that's what happens.
She's
maybe
dead.
No, she'll be back.
She'll be back. Well, it's getting late, and I'm ready to finish this book. I need to know.
I need to know, too. When we ended
like
on that
what we
chapter, I
ended
was like,
on.
holy fuck,
Well,
we are so awful.
We were supposed to end on chapter 28.
I did end on chapter 28. And then
I know.
You were like, one more chapter.
One more chapter.
You monster. It was like 5 minutes of terror now. It's been terrorizing me for a week.
It was good. It was worth it. It was. Then
I would have been pissed if we would have started on that, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie. I've really been struggling.
It said it was like the end of part 1 in the book. So I was like, that's probably a good note to end.
Part 2, Nehemia's return.
I hope so.
Return of the Nehemia.
I love you.
I love you.
My bestie.
You're my bestie. Thank you guys for supporting us. It's been a good time. If you'd like more,
Follow us here, TikTok or Instagram. Fable, if you want to join our book club. Patreon, if you want episodes early.
dropping on Tuesdays if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Episodes are releasing on Tuesdays. If there's a 2-parter, it's going to be on Thursdays.
We accept 5-star reviews and nothing less. If you leave something less, you're a motherfucker.
No!
Oh.
Honest reviews.
Not that honest. Only leave a review if you're willing to be a 5-star honest person. Should we come up with something mean to say to him on the way out? I kind of want to pick on him.
No, I would say love you. Bye.
Oh, you can tell him that you love him.
Okay.
I won't.
Love you guys before Ryan bullies you out of here.
I'm fine with most of you. I love you, bye.